Alright guys, so on today's video I'm going to be showing you guys step by step on how to actually create your own silver bars or rounds. So pretty much we're talking about hand poured silver here. How to actually melt and pour your own silver. Now of course I'm going to be showing you guys my process, and if you go to any other channel they might be doing it a slight bit different than what I'm going to show you guys today. But I want to show you guys my process. And I'm making this video in a response to a comment that I received from Bible Book Club saying, do you have any videos on your pouring process? So Bible Book Club, here you go. This is the video I made especially for you. Alright, so first thing first, the first thing that you guys are going to need to focus on is your tools, whether it be for safety or just to get the job done. Now, some of the tools that I use are gloves to make sure I keep my hand protected from the heat. Of course, molds for me to pour the silver into. I have different types of mold as you can see here. Now, you're going to need a torch to actually heat up some of the stuff that we're going to use later, but I'll show you more on that when we get to that step. You're going to need a crucible and a crucible holder so you can put the silver into the crucible so it can heat up, but of course, you can't just touch it barehanded. You need to have your crucible holder as well, okay? And last but not least, we're going to need a furnace to actually get the heat required to actually melt the silver down. Oh, and for safety reasons, wear some safety glasses as well, because hot silver can pop out the crucible and it hits you right in the eyes, and you don't want that happening, trust me. So the first thing we're going to do is actually load up the furnace and set it up and turn it on. Now silver's melting point is actually 1760 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 961.78 Celsius. So anything higher than that will melt your silver down. And once you turn on the furnace, it's actually a waiting game to actually get the furnace hot enough to start melting silver. Alright, enough of that. While I'm waiting on the furnace to actually heat up, let me go to my pouring station and set everything up there. Now, one of the things that I actually use is a brick to actually absorb the heat, because imagine pouring something on something that can't take heat. Doesn't make sense, right? And then stuff like this would happen. Oh shit! Trust me, learn from my mistakes. Don't do what I did. I'll take that brick and put it in a big pan just in case when I'm pouring silver, in case I overpour, I get to capture all the silver that I overpoured into that pan, which means I don't get to lose any silver in the pouring process. And I also put water in that pan so I can quickly cool down the hot silver. And trust me, even with gloves, don't try touching that silver. Trust me, I got my hand burned, and please learn from my experience. Now, using the torch, we're going to actually heat up the graphite mold so we can extract all the moisture out the mold. And if you don't do that, then it'll just bubble up and then this would happen. Hopefully you guys learned from my experience. Now, once the temperature of the furnace reaches the desired temperature to melt the silver, it should be about 5 minutes after you put the silver in. It should be fully melted and ready to pour. And look at it, it is. Now, when pouring the silver, a lot of people makes it look easy. The first time I tried pouring silver, it was extremely hard. Like, to be honest with you, to get the right amount of silver out, it's extremely hard. But once you get all that steadiness, you need to make sure you have a steady hand, because you don't want nothing to be splashing everywhere, or worst case scenario, it falls and you have to jump back. It might hit your feet. And you don't want that hot silver all on your feet. Oh my gosh. It hurts me just to think about it. But once you have all that ready, you're ready to pour. And all you do is pour and enjoy your work. So every time I pour, I take it and I drop it in the water so it can cool down. And of course, you want to make sure it stays in there long enough so you don't burn your hand. But after you're done pouring, you should have some beautiful silver pieces. Now that's the process that I do to actually make my own silver rounds and silver bars using the pouring method, of course. Now, if you guys want to know exactly what I do to actually polish it up and stamp it, if you guys want to see me make a video about that, make sure you hit a like and say something down in the comments below so I can know. But after all that was said and done, here's some of the pictures on how the silver bars and rounds turned out. And if you want to help support the channel by getting one for yourself, you guys can go to my website, ublifes.com. I also have the link down in the description below. But that's pretty much my process on how I make it. Well, that's pretty much my process. Hopefully you guys learned a lot of stuff from my process actually pouring silver. If you guys did, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel. Also, comment down below if there's any steps that I missed that you personally do. And have a beautiful day. And don't forget to always work and grind.